Well, bam. What is going on? Carty, baby, that's what's going on. I am dressed up today, wearing the Cartier, wearing my suit jacket. Purple's a regal color. I'm wearing my Valentine's Day outfit. Like to wish a happy Valentine's Day to you, Lee. You leave me no choice, Rolex. You leave me no choice. I'm all cooked up in this disguise of dressing nicer in the hopes that going into the AD we'll get a different rhythm of conversation going. I don't expect this to work, but I thought it would be a bit of fun. And with it being Valentine's Day, I figured I would dress up for once. So let's check it out. Cartier. This Cartier, I adore this watch. This is the one that I modified. Check out that video. That was a lot of fun. Basically, I was hunting Cartier. I forget why. Actually, no, I remember. I was hunting for my boy out on the West Coast. He was looking for a Ballon Bleu for his girl, but Ballon Bleus are expensive. And there are other round Cartiers out there. This is the 1920. Which is the model I bought out of the JDM, and liked it, but soon afterwards, oh, thank you, my brother. Soon afterwards, discovered this. But this is a two-tone watch, or at least it used to be. So my big plan was to buy it and then just swap the bezel and bracelet, so that I could have that all steel look. It looks decent in two-tone, but I wanted the all steel look. And sure enough, bracelet fit, but not so much the bezel. The GMT model, the crystal height is higher than the regular. Heartbreaking. I over-torqued a screw. I had to get a screw extractor to take that screw out. Check out that episode. That episode was a lot of fun. It was one of my earlier episodes, so the camera was different. The production quality was not great, but oh, thank you, truckers. Who am I to think that I could do it better than Cartier? Well, I did it better than Cartier in this instance. This looks amazing. I ended up having my watch guy dip the bezel in white gold, and it was super cheap. It was like 60, 70 bucks. And he actually made me 2 new screws, because I had to replace the one screw and then the other. This is part of this drive where I go into the tunnel. I'll see you on the other side, baby. It's dark in here and scary and very noisy. And we're back. Zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Shake your rump, y'all. Trying to go get some watches here. So, the Cartier mod went really well. And getting the crystal and gasket back onto the 1920 was a bear. I had to convert my case back press into some sort of weird medieval dumbwaiter thing where I had an iced tea container filled with just the right amount of water, pulling down on the lever, keeping the case back pressed together but not over compressing it. I'm actually pretty proud of that. Thanks be to God in all things. Anyway, it's my fancy watch. It's one of my fancy watches. I don't wear a lot of fancy watches. I don't have a lot of occasion to, but GMT, Power Reserve, which I love. This movement that's inside here, I'm gonna go on record. My favorite movement. Let's see. 3 hands, date, Power Reserve, and the GMT functionality is like a dual time zone, and you can do whatever you want with it. It's not tied to the main movement. Love this watch. And these 2 ADs that I'm going to today, they're close together. Both of them sell Cartier. Both of them sell Tudor. And both of them have some Rolex signs. So I'm going to roll in there, super charming as always, and just see if I spruce up my game a bit to see if I get any kind of better attention out of them. I don't think it's going to work, but it's Saturday. It's 2 days before Single Awareness Day, and I like getting dressed up sometimes. Have a bit of fun. I need a buddy. I need someone to tag along on these weird missions to shoot footage. My brother totally won't do it. Maybe Franklin will come along. 'Cause I don't know if they're going to let me shoot in there. Probably not. Plus, I don't want me trying to get some footage to interfere with the mission. The mission has to come first. I think I'll soften them up with a trip through the engagement rings section first. And then I'll cut into watches. It's been a while. I don't know if they're going to recognize my face. So I'll cut into watches. We got 2 bogeys today. Tudor Marine Nationale FXD? FXN? No, FXN is a gun. FXD. I would totally yank one of those if I found it. And in truth, I'd probably sell my LHD Pelagos as a swap out. That's kind of what I'm planning on doing with that watch. Oh! Someone's ripping it up in their Corvette. You know, speaking about cars, you can't beat the Corvette for the performance to dollar value ratio. Especially in used models, older models. You get a ton of performance, you get a ton of bills. My dad used to build Corvettes, like late 60s Stingrays. That was a lot of fun. I didn't know how to drive a stick back then, so I never got to drive them, which is, you know, in retrospect, heartbreaking. But gorgeous cars. Love a Corvette. Don't own one. I thought about getting one, but it's like, I only drive it 6 months of the year back here. When I was in LA, Corvette was definitely one I was looking for, but before I got the Mustang. Just so impractical seeming. I don't think you could fit more than 3 bags of groceries in a 72 convertible. That'd have been rad, though. Anyway, all right, so rolling up in here, I'm going to take a bogus walk through engagement rings. I don't know, maybe that's too blah blah. Maybe just cut straight to the chase. I'll let them offer me a water. Some places offer you a scotch. I went into the Omega Boutique on a Sunday after church once because it was out in that area. It's like 12:30. Like, oh, would you like a scotch? I'm like, scotch? It's 12:30 on a Sunday. And then she was like, it's McCullen. And I go, which one? 12? I was like, no, thank you. If it was 18, maybe. I don't know. Nah, I'm just playing. But, uh-oh. Oh, I missed my turn. I was so busy jibber-jabbering, I missed my turn. Son of a gun. Another tunnel. Here we come. Ah, yeesh. After many a reroute and argument with Siri, I'm convinced that Siri sucks. I know Siri sucks and has for years, but I'm convinced that the government version of Siri must be better. Why she gets so confused on stuff that she clearly knows where I'm going and what I want to do. Very frustrating. About to roll up in there, and I guess I'll, okay, AD number 1, here we go. Well, the first AD, hilarious bust. Like, it was busy in there in the jewelry section, so maybe that's why it sucked so bad. Other than the person who greeted me as they buzzed me in, not one salesperson spoke to me. There was one dude with the make-believe Rolexes and talking to 2 yahoos there, and some other lady was crushing it with, I don't know what the watch, some other watch sale, was lower-end watch sale, I don't remember what it was. But not one greeting, not, hey, maybe we'll, hang out, sir, have a coffee, we'll get right with you. Not even one acknowledgement. So I guess maybe purple isn't my color. All right, I'm going in for round 2. Let's do it. Well, just got out of AD number 2. At least I got to talk to someone, and I got to register my interest in a watch or two. I asked for the FXD Marine Nationale and, of course, the Explorer one. They had a couple nice JLC reversos there, too. They were interesting. I also found out something I suspected, that if you buy an engagement ring, in keeping with the Valentine's Day spirit, if you buy an engagement ring, they have "she said no" insurance, which is absolutely hilarious and absolutely necessary. Although in truth, you shouldn't be buying a ring and asking a girl to marry you unless you know what the answer is going to be. So be careful out there. But I just found it funny that it is it's a thing where now if you get into a custom ring jewelry build, you might be hurting somehow, but it's a thing. They know it happens, so at least that's cool. You can get that money back if it ever happens to you. So there you have it. Is this strike 3 or strike 4 on the Explorer hunt? I don't remember which. I'm gonna call it for a little while. I need to get back to my roots. I need to get out there. I need to be hunting. 14,270 drilled lugs. That's what's up. Have a great one. Bye.